Welcome, welcome, race fans. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard me there. I had some echo duplication going on. Apologize for that. Ron from Big Wizard TV. I guess my intro wasn't the best this time. Hey, thanks for being on the air with me. Let me know you're out there. Say hi. We'll go through what's going on and how the race and cover all the race action from flag to flag. We have just started qualifying. We have 12 drivers so far on the racetrack. We've got about 15 minutes to qualify, so it is possible to get more drivers. As you can see by the track map on the top left of the screen, it's busy out there. We got a lot of drivers on the track. It's going to be tough to get some clean air. You got warm-up going on and hot laps going on. So we'll see how everybody does. Looks like it's quite busy at the moment. I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. It's going to be a little nuts here for the first couple of laps. Last man standing Formula One series runs with healing damage, so they do tend to ride F1-like on the starts. There is a little contact here and there occasionally around the first lap. Hopefully that'll calm down. It usually does calm down by the lap 2 and everything gets on and gets rolling. Right now qualifying, 15-minute session, and we are in the middle at the beginning. We're kind of 2 minutes in. Let's talk about where we're at. We are at Circuit Park Zandvoort, 2.6 miles. We have 14 corners on the racetrack tonight. And this track was originally built in 1948, 2.6 mile track, located a little bit west of Amsterdam, the home track of the reigning Formula One champion right now in real life. Not here on our circuit. That would be in real life, not today. Let's see. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Hey, Frank Damien, how's it going out there, man? There are mandatory tire changes. These guys will have to change their tires at some point during the race. Now, I've got the tire info on the screen for you tonight. We'll go down through here through the drivers here in just a second, but on the top right, got a whole bunch of information for the viewers out there to see. We've got the time in session, which is very at the top of that section on the top right. Right now it says Q for qualifying during the race. It'll have an R there. Tells you the time. We got the drivers' names with their number and their position. The yellow box is going to show you what lap they pit on. Then there's a tire compound section. Right now most drivers are on the reds. Looks like Grigor Georgiev, he's running on the medium compounds for qualifying. Then you got the gap between the leader and the current time of that driver, their fastest lap and their last lap. So should give you plenty of good information. Thanks for joining in, tuning in, and watching. It should be a lot of fun tonight. This is my first attempt at running with the live webcam. So good to be here with everybody. Big Wizard TV is sponsored by Stair Fittings Incorporated. For your stair needs, if you need anything for your stairs, handrails, stair treads, anything at all, check them out at Stair Fittings Inc. Let's give you a website right there, orders.stairfittings.com. Got to pay the sponsors, guys. Got to pay those sponsors. Orders.stairfittings.com. Check them out. Give them a call. Tell Karen that Big Wizard sent you. She'll take care of you. Formula One is season finale here for Last Man Standing Motorsports. And we have the points here on the website. It keeps going away. Why do I keep losing my website? Let's see if I can get points here. Standings for this season. There it goes. Christian Bishop is on the top, followed by Kelly Bishop, Will Edwards, Theo Bishop, Josh Lowe, Andrew Huddleston, Chris Tartamella, Ed Smith, TJ Allman, and myself, Ron Gaibo, in 10th. I only raced 2 races, though, so that's not really fair. We do have a lot of new drivers on the series this last couple of weeks. Really, really excited to have the drivers. We have 12 out there tonight. We'll have more next week. Next week we're moving to Thursdays, so mark your calendar to get the switch. We are going to Thursday next week. And that will give us actually a lot more drivers. So let's see how we're doing so far. We're 6 minutes in. Looks like a little argy-bargy there between Chris and Yanni. As you can see, the cars do fix themselves, but they still do have to get out of each other's way to get back on the racetrack. Let's see. Oh, that was Josh. That was Chris Tartamella and Josh Lowe getting together there on the racetrack. Bottom of the screen, you'll see next to me there, I got a lap counter giving you the lap that they're currently on. That is based on the driver that we're focused on. Let me go through the controls and what's going on so you can kind of see what's up as you're watching the screen. I'm going to do this. I have to watch what is going on in 5 different places here. Head on a swivel. Life of broadcaster. Let's see. On the top right, you got your standings. I told you what was in there. One piece of information that's good to note is the driver we're looking at is the driver in bright orange or yellow on your screen. They are both on the top and the bottom in that orange color. Now the other drivers currently are white because everybody's on the same lap in qualifying. During the race, you'll see some go red and some go blue. The red drivers are drivers that are a lap or more ahead, and the blue drivers are a lap or more behind, including if they're right behind you. If they're about to pass you, they're still red, and if you just passed them, or about to pass them, so you'll see that during the race. Everybody will change. Bottom screen is your relative screen, so the highlighted driver is who we're looking at. It gives you a list of the 3 drivers in front of them and the 3 drivers right behind them, and the gap between them. I also have iRating on there. I'm going to actually, we don't use iRating in our league, so I'm actually going to take that out of there. Doesn't really matter. It's interesting to note, I mean, because you've got drivers like Mooney that's a 0.9 or 900 iRating, and Josh Lowe is a 2200 iRating. But Mooney races a lot of league races, so it's not like, I mean, as you can tell, he's 7th so far on the chart. So even though he's got a lower rating, he's not necessarily lower on the timing charts. So iRating doesn't mean a lot in league racing. So we'll drop that off of there, give you a little more visual space. Let's see if I can slide the box over. Try to leave the iRacing.com logo down there. Simulator we run on at Last Man Standing Motorsports is iRacing.com. If you want to get in on the action, all you got to do, sign up for iRacing.com, get a subscription, find Last Man Standing Motorsports, join the league, join the Discord, and you're in. That's it. It does cost a little bit of money. It's not, just like any other simulator, but a lot of fun. So far, top of the timing charts, we are nearly 10 minutes in. Josh Lowe has the quickest lap with a 109.7, followed by Christian Bishop with a 109.9, and Brandon Dooley with a 110 flat. So what they're going to do here, as they do their qualifying laps, is they're going to kind of set up for a lap. We'll watch Brandon here. We'll go. See if I can find this real quick. We'll go camera right here. Roll bar camera as he comes around. Final set of corners. We'll do a lap here. He is all charged up and ready to go. They do one lap slow and then they go fast. So that's kind of how they do it. So here comes Brandon now. His last lap isn't going to be as fast. As he goes through the hairpin there at 1. Gerlach, which is a series of corners, and then across Rob Slotemacher, which this S corners uphill very fast. Downshift a little bit and let off the gas down into turn 7, and now into the hard right-hander. The right-hand hairpin. See Chris Springer get on the wing. Driver off to the side. That was great. Back around the final corner here for Brandon. Let's see if he can improve his time. He's only 2/10 off the lead at the moment with the 1:10.004. Does he improve? Yes. Yes, he does. He goes up to 7th with a 1:09.97. And that is a lap at Zandvoort. So what they do is they there's a thing in the car called an MGUK. It's a battery system that they have in the car, and they charge that up on their warm-up lap, and then they click qualify, and the deploy of that MGUK, that electronic battery boost system, and it gives them all the juice on that lap to make the quickest time possible. So you'll see a slow lap followed by a fast lap, followed by a slow lap. Sometimes you can see Chris Springer just ran a 1:17, but now he's on a flyer trying to get better times. And you can see Brandon just let him by because Brandon's not on a hot lap because he just did his. I don't know if Chris has had the lap he wants, but we'll see. Chris right now in 5th, 4/10 back with a 1:10.2 is his quick lap. And then depending on what tires they have on the car, sometimes they'll go a couple of laps. Sometimes they'll take a break. That one for Chris wasn't that great either, a 1:13. Oh, Brandon loses control and into the wall there. Luckily, during practice, you can either just reset your car, you can go back to the pits. Cars are self-healing here in Last Man Standing Motorsports. So let's help them out with that. They like the new Formula One logo. It's pretty cool down there. We kind of pseudo-created our own. Let me know what you think. Hey, and tonight, Frank, so far, you're the only one chiming in, but we do have a fan vote tonight. We'll see who can get the fan favorite of the race tonight. And we also have a Fast Lap Award. Big Wizurd TV is putting up 5 iRacing dollars to the driver with the fastest lap of the race. Now, it doesn't mean qualifying. That's qualifying trim. We're talking about race trim out there with everybody on the track. Who can do the quickest lap? And that driver will pick up 5 iRacing dollars. All right, let me see if I can calm this thing down. The standings overlay is kind of freaking out. See if we can calm that standings overlay down a little bit. It's bouncing between 3 drivers and 10 drivers. Hopefully that'll fix that. I just didn't want to take up, half the screen with the standings info. I think you can still see pretty good. Let's try this. Let's try pulling the tint back a little bit so you can see more of what's going on. All right. Just about to get going here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate having the viewers on tonight. We have about a minute and a half left in qualifying so far. Provisional pole, Josh Lowe. No one else has been able to break that 109.7 number. 109.9 twice, and a 110, low 110s by TJ and Chris Springer. Christian Bishop currently leading the points in 3rd behind Josh Lowe and Brandon Dooley. Brandon just clinched the GT3 and GT4 championship over at East to West Racing. Oh, bonk. I don't think that worked out the way they wanted. 1 minute to go. So that's pretty much it. Unless you're on your lap. Looks like that is it. Everybody's pulling off. And that is qualifying. Qualifying is done. Josh Lowe on the pole. Outside front row, Brandon Dooley, Christian Bishop, TJ Allman on row 2. And Chris Springer and Will Edwards on row 3. David Tamara, Michael Mooney, row 4. Theo Bishop and Grigor Georgiev on row 5. Yanni Butler, Chris Tartamella are running on row 6. They're going to grid up here. We're going to go standing start. And then they're going to be off to the races. And we can see once the race gets started. Right now, the race briefing info is not helpful. Need to get that to go away. Race briefing off. There we go. Give me my numbers. There we go. Now we can see what tire compounds they're running. And it looks like we need to move that over again. Yes, that was my fear of me taking the back of the racetrack. Here we go. The green is ready to go. The lights are on. Lights out and away we go. Brandon gets a great start. Josh spins the tires. We'll follow him down into turn 1. There they go. Everybody's pretty clean so far. Oh, and TJ comes around in turn 1. Causes a little bit of a backlog there, but everybody seems to get by. TJ kind of bringing it back around. He'll be going again here now. But Josh stays out in front just by a little bit. Brandon Dooley right behind, followed by Christian Bishop, Will Edwards. As we are underway. The battle for second heating up right here. Christian Bishop diving down on the inside, down into turn 9. And it looks like he has the position over Brandon Dooley. Will Edwards now in the slipstream. No DRS on lap 1. We're going to have to wait till lap 3 comes around for that one. But Josh Lowe out front on the medium compound tires. Christian and Will also on mediums. Brandon on the hards. And Brandon is falling back in the order a little bit. Just got passed by Will Edwards. And that's going to be due to his tire compound choice. Meanwhile, TJ Allman gaining spots again. Has gotten by Yanni Butler and is now after Chris Tartamella, trying to get back into it after his early lap spin. Will Edwards trying to stay ahead of Brandon Dooley. Now Brandon's on those hard tires. Now it does take a little bit of time for the hard tires to come in, so he might be a little bit slow off the start, but as those tires warm up, you'll see him gaining some ground on these guys, especially as their mediums wear out. You do have to make a tire change, as we originally stated early on. And that will... Oh! As Will Edwards and Brandon get together, we could probably... We've watched it live, but let's watch it and see what happens. Oh, it's just... Will just spins. Will just spins and collects Brandon. Damage is off, so that helps Brandon get back into it. But he went in the pits anyway. We'll have to see if he stays in it. He may not. That was probably towing, but wasn't required. With healing on, you do not need to tow here. You can just keep on going. The car will heal itself, and you can just keep on driving. Watch Chris Springer in third spot. Now that put Will Edwards back to 6th behind Mooney. And they're starting to spread out. Right now, Christian has taken the lead. David Tamara, I don't see... Josh Lowe's dropped down to 4th position. He must have had a spin. David Tamara in the 214. Now he is running with the soft tires, so he's got the best grip right now. Chris Springer is on him and gaining. Christian Bishop out front with the lead after 3, coming around to start lap number 4. And these 36 laps are going to go by quick in a minute and 10, minute and 13 seconds per lap. Yeah, Josh Lowe with a 119 last lap. He did have a spin, as well as Will Edwards with a 119. They both had laps that they wish they could probably do over. Fastest lap of the race so far, Christian Bishop, trying to get that extra 5 iRacing dollars. As Chris Springer still gaining, now with a half-second gap on David Tamara. Christian again on the medium compound tires, and Brandon is back out. I think he's going to be a lap down. He's on his out lap and does show 1 lap down. Grigger just making a move on Mooney, getting by. That is for 7th position. And that is not the end of it. Here comes, there's Mooney, and TJ also gets by. TJ spun early, but is on his horse now, making up some ground. Back up to the 8th position. Chris Springer did get by for 2nd place, past David Tamara. Let us know what you think so far out there in the viewer land. If you guys want any other info, or you want to start posting who you think the best driver is so far, and get that favorite driver vote out there. The start was real clean tonight versus last week. We had quite an issue last week with our start. Hey, look at this. Theo Bishop is riding with a train behind him. He's in 6th spot. Gregor, TJ, and Mooney all right there behind him. Let's see if Gregor can get by him. Oh, right on the bumper, but loses control. There goes the spot. Oh, and makes contact as TJ goes through. And Mooney alongside. Oh, and they bounce a little bit. Now, those little bumps do affect the car, but with the healing on, they shouldn't affect them long term. But it looks like TJ got the best of those two. He got by Grigger and Mooney that lap. And TJ is on his horse trying to chase Theo down. Oh, Theo locks him up into 3. That's a tight hairpin. That turn 3 will definitely cause some problems. Front. We've got Josh Lowe in 4th position, gaining on David Tamara just a second, 1.3 back. Oh, but a little bobble. He's going to lose a little bit of that gain. But he is on fire as he tries to catch up with David Tamara. Now we're on lap 6 out of 36. You should be able to go 10 to 12 laps on the reds, on the soft compound tires, without an issue. Josh was our pole sitter, so he is pretty quick out there. Whoa, TJ trying to get by, goes around the outside. Theo does not make it stick out there. They may have had a little contact, but now he's trying it again down the front stretch. It looks like he's got the run, and he has DRS ahead of that. Theo does not. Here comes Gregor. And Brandon. Oh, and Brandon loses the front wing. But, oh, there it is again, back on the car, and off he goes. Brandon a lap down, but gets by Theo. Oh, Theo goes off in the marbles. And now Mooney is right in the clutches of Mooney. Oh, and there he is. Brandon again in the wall. And it just isn't working out. Just not Brandon's night tonight. And he has left the building. So Brandon calling it a night. He is our first retirement. P12 will be the final spot for him. Sorry to see that happen. This battle here for 6th position. TJ did get by Grigger, but Grigger is staying with him. Just a second behind. He's going to be just outside of DRS range. Wow, I bet he wishes he had 2 seconds on that. With 1 second gap between the driver in front of you and the driver in front of you, you get to open that rear wing as you go down that long front straight. And it helps tremendously on the speed of the cars. Grigger is losing ground now, 1.2, not much, but not enough to have that DRS. So I don't think he's gonna be able to gain, but he is driving nice and smooth, keeping it close, keeping it real. Let's go back out front. Christian Bishop is catching up with the lap traffic of Yanni Butler. And only 2 seconds back as they come across the start-finish line. So now Christian's going to have to deal with some lap traffic. He does have the quickest lap of the race. I wouldn't count on that being the fastest lap of the race at the end, simply because the as the fuel load wears off, the car will get a little lighter, and you'll see faster laps as we go. Qualifying laps were down in the 110s, 109s. I think 111 is going to do it tonight, but you never know. Oh, and Yanni just kind of pulls over there in turn 9. The hairpin stays wide and lets the leader go by. Still got some action here with Will Edwards trying to chase down Josh Lowe. Both really good fast drivers. And this battle with Grigger and TJ is not going away. Grigger's going to have, so you can see the wing open as he goes down this little short chute. Oh, and overdrives that corner. Dives down into 11-12 and has to hit the brakes. He's going to lose some ground there, and he's going to lose that advantage. But he's back there again. He's right close again on that 1 second mark. As he goes across the line, he's not going to have DRS though this time. But he's definitely quick, able to stay with him. As Yanni is letting some drivers go through. And the battle for fourth back underway. Will Edwards right behind Josh Lowe. Whoop. And that was David Tamara. David Tamara dropping back. Let's see what happened there. Just lost it. Just lost it. Coming out of 3. It's really easy to do. We'll go back here to TJ and Grigger and see how they're doing. 1.1. Now just 1 second. Not quite close enough. You got to be under 1 second to get that DRS open. And it just doesn't have it. As you can see, that wing closed. Trying to gain. Not able to make up that spot. Christian Bishop, Chris Springer, Josh Lowe, Will Edwards, David Tamara, TJ Allman, Grigger, Georgiev, Theo Bishop, Michael Mooney, Chris Tardamella, Yanni Butler is our running order right now. Everyone on the lead lap in the top 10. Yanni's 1 lap down, and Brandon has dropped out of the contest. One lap away from 1/3 distance. Jump up to the leader. We'll go through the field here and talk about our driver. I can get this to work. Christian is one of the admins for Last Man Standing Motorsports and is going to be setting up all the races for the next season. He's going to be full admin on Formula One starting next season, and is also pretty fast by the looks of things. Hails from California. He has a 2258 iRating. Next in the group, we have Christian Bishop. Or Chris Springer, that was Christian Bishop. Chris Springer, number 56, hails from, I believe, Michigan area. Check that. Josh Lowe, how are these written up? Josh Lowe from Canada, 2272 iRating. Right there with Christian. And then nobody's really done any pit stops yet. I mean, Grigger did one on lap 1 from an incident, and he did. That battle is heating up. Let's go back there. Oh, and now it's dropped off a little bit. All right, back to our running order. Josh Lowe coming in the pits for his stop, and it's the wall. That's going to cause him some extra time, even though it does repair. He did have to wait for that to kind of pick the tires up. Now he's going on the mediums right now. We'll see what he changes to. If he's going to go to the end from this point, I would say he's going to go to the hard compound tire. We'll see what he does. And there it is. You can see the white tire go on. So he has moved to the white hard compound tire. Comes back out of the pits and off and running. That does change our order. Puts David Tamara back up into 3rd position. David's still running on those soft tires he started the race with. Has some pretty good grip, but I would guess we're going to see him coming diving into the pits here fairly soon to get some mediums or hards on the car to finish this off. Going through turn 10 right now. David Tamara in 3rd place. Let's see if we can figure out where David's from. David just says U.S. Not sure exactly where he is from. TJ Allman has just gotten by Will Edwards. TJ on a tear since his... I'd like to see how he did that. That is how he did it right there, everybody. There is Will off track as he comes back on, gets grips, stays in front of Grigger, but TJ gets by and takes away P4. From his early spin on turn 1, TJ back up to 4th position, only 9 seconds off the lead, really making some great gains. TJ from South Dakota actually just moved there about a year ago. I'm going to shout out for his personal sponsor that he can't put on his F1 car, Tires Plus. If you need tires and you're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, go see TJ at Tires Plus. Will Edwards, we just talked about, and now we'll talk about him again. He is in P5. Will from the U.S. as well. Let's see if I can get more details on where he began. It doesn't say, it just says the U.S. His best finish, a P3 at the iRacing official 12 hours of Sebring official race this year. So nice job from Will. That's hard to get. I happen to have one of those myself, but I can guarantee you it's not easy. Grigger, Georgia. Grigger hails from Bulgaria. 1543 iRating. Currently in 6th position here. One of our new drivers. Oh, you can see him just lighting up those back tires, locking them up as they go through the corners. As the battle for 4th starting to spread out a little bit, and they're catching Mr. Tardamella here. But let's keep going through the order. Josh Lowe has now done his pit stop. We're going to talk about him for a minute. So we'll switch over to Theo in the 18. Nope, that's Josh Lowe in the 18. Theo in the 36. Cars are Theo runs the AMG Patronus paint job. I think that's the paint job he runs. It's the default paint job. You can't do much to your paint here. You can paint it in the iRacing booth, but you can't put any extra stickers on it. AMG does not want, Mercedes doesn't want anything else on the side of the car. They don't want you putting Ferrari stickers on your Mercedes. So I can understand that. As we watch some more green flag stops happening, Chris Tartamella goes in 4 tires. So Christian Bishop has pit on lap 15, switched over to the hard tires from the mediums. He'll be going the rest of the way. He's on the same strategy as Josh Lowe. They only pit 2 laps apart. Josh, though, is in 6th position, and Christian came out in 3rd, which puts Chris Springer to the top of the list. Up in the front, has not made his stop yet. He is on the mediums. David Tamara still cruising, still chugging along on those softs. We are on lap 16. We are really close, only 2 laps from halfway. Christian Bishop is right behind him now, and with next lap, he'll if he goes around one more, stays behind, Christian will probably get him with DRS. Those reds have got to be barking. Those have got to be hurting. As we see TJ Allman in the pit lane, getting some tires. Steele tries to get ahead of him. Let's see how they do. There's a little short straightaway here after turn 10 where he'll get DRS. If he's close enough, and he is, he's only half a second back. It should move him in nice and tight. And give him a chance to get by on the next lap. There he goes. He got that DRS down the straight. Now he's down into 11-12. He is within a half a second. We'll see if he can finish it off. Oh, he's definitely going to have this. He's right on him now. A second. He's going to go by on the straight as David goes to the right. DRS open for Chris. Down into turn 1, makes the pass, and takes over second spot. Oop, a little trouble. A little trouble for Yanni Butler. He is not having a good night with his car. Chris Tartamella has dropped out of the contest. Sorry, Chris. Sorry to see another one drop. Will Edwards in the pit lane. Getting his service. That drops him down to 7th and now 8th. As Mooney goes by. And all that work TJ did to get back up in there with the pit exchange dropped him down to 9th place. But we'll see. We've still got 4 drivers that haven't pit yet. I'm thinking he can get by a couple of them with that pit exchange. So this battle here that we're watching, Will Edwards and TJ Allman. 0.6 of a second now. TJ's going to get DRS on the front stretch and on this little short shoot. And he may not even need it. He's going by. That is Michael Mooney getting by. Oh, he's tight on the inside. Mooney can't make the pass on Will. TJ's right there. Both cars trying to get by Will Edwards. It is really tight at the moment. TJ does get by Mooney. And now after Will. It should be close enough here to get DRS down the front stretch. See that wing pop open. He didn't do it. Maybe he wasn't there at the stripe. I believe TJ would have done that. This is the closest battle on track. Now for the lead of the race, Christian Bishop is about 15 seconds ahead, 16 seconds ahead of Josh Lowe. Now, when Chris Springer and David Turner come in and do their mandatory pit stop, that is going to put Christian and Josh 1-2. And seeing that they're both on the same strategy, Josh is running in the 12.6 range, and Christian running in the 12.2 range. It looks like Christian might have this one locked in. He has got just past halfway. He's got quite a ways to go before we get to the end of this. Frank, since you're the only one out there telling me what you like, tell me who your favorite driver is. We'll give him the favorite driver award. Anybody else out there in TV land, let me know who you guys think is the best driver tonight, or your favorite. Whoever has the most votes here on the channel will get the driver award. TJ getting by Theo. We thought he might. Still trying to chase after Will Edwards. Now dropped back to a second as he had to pass Theo coming out of the pit lane. I don't think we made it all the way through the field. We did make it to Theo. I don't think we've seen Mooney's white and purple car yet. It's like a gray and purple. Mooney in P9 at the moment. Oh, and Theo gets back by right as we stop to look away. TJ has a little mishap. Oh, it's so easy to do on the exit in these corners. Gives it a little bit too much gas. And spins out. Ah, tough break for TJ, having some bad luck tonight. Back over to Mooney. Mooney from Old Guy Racing, and also TJ from Old Guy Racing, teammates. Mooney in P9 hails from Ohio in the United States. And then we have Yanni Butler in the 019 as he pulls into the pits. Hopefully he's just getting some service. He's already had his tire change, and he's 4 laps down at the moment, so he's just kind of getting things going for himself here. Let's see if we can get some details on Yanni and where he is from. Just says United States. He doesn't have more details as of yet. So let's go back up front. Chris Springer has got to pit sooner or later, but he is stretching it out. We are on lap 22. He's still on the softs. He is putting in 113 laps, but Christian is running 112s. Josh running low 113s. Christian and Josh on the hard compound tire. Will has now changed to hard compound, so he's gone medium hard. Hey, Yanni. All right, man. Nice, Mark. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mark. Good to have you with us on the broadcast. Yanni's out there giving it his best, huh? He's out there giving it a try. Chris Tartamella dropped out, though. I don't know what happened. He didn't say anything to me. That is Chris Springer coming in the pits. Christian. And that was Mooney that got kind of tangled up. I think Mooney was trying to get a draft off of him there. And didn't work out. Didn't work out. Mooney got kind of caught up as Chris was coming into the pit lane. But now Chris Springer in the pits and has made it out in front of Josh Lowe. You look at this. Chris Springer out in front of Josh by quite a gap, actually. He's still got a 5-second gap back to Josh Lowe, and now he's got the soft tires on to finish the race. So Chris going medium soft strategy and seeing what he can do. He's only 7.9 seconds behind. Oh man, he's flying. He gained half a second just in that complex. We were watching him go around those corners on David Tamara. He is really moving. We'll see how this goes. But it looks to me like Chris Springer is in this, and he's serious. He currently has, looks like a 12-second gap to the leader. And we'll see with these soft tires if he can make some ground. Now, I do have to apologize for iRacing. I mean, it is iRacing's fault. It's not my fault. But as you look at the screen, you'll see that it shows yellow tires on his car, which is why I have the tire compound graphic on the screen for you, because what's on the screen on the top right is correct. And what it shows on your screen on the video screen is wrong. I don't know why iRacing doesn't change the tires, but it still shows as mediums from the front at the start of the race. It's been that way for a few seasons since they actually started changing tire compounds. Can't do much about it. But Christian and now Josh in second as David Tamira comes in and goes to the medium tires. He was on the softs and just now comes out of the pit lane. And David into P4, Will Edwards P5. So Christian Bishop, after the pit exchange, is out front with Chris Springer 12 seconds back, and Chris not able to gain any ground. We'll see how he does now with these new laps with the soft tires, but he's still got that 12-second gap. He is gaining a little bit, just moved it to 11. Josh Lowe in third, David Tamira fourth, Will Edwards in fifth, Grigor Georgiev in sixth, also running the medium soft combination. TJ started with the hards and went to the mediums, and he is in seventh spot. Eighth place, Theo Bishop, 1 lap down, along with Michael Mooney and Yanni Butler, all 1 lap down. Nope, Yanni's 3 laps down. Sorry, Mark. He's out there giving everything he's got, though. And I appreciate that. I like the drivers that get out there and run and push and do what they can. You know, we aren't all 2200 I rating. With Last Man Standing Motorsports, what's great is they let anybody drive. I mean, if you can control your car and not cause problems, you can drive. You know, we're not gonna kick you out. We like having the drivers out there on track. It's fun, and the only way you're gonna learn is to get out there on the racetrack. That's how it works. So, Mooney, I hear you in the booth. Hey, Mooney, I hear you up here in the broadcast booth. What's going on?
Just going around the track.
Yeah. I heard you're clicking, so I knew you were here. You can't hide.
Oh.
Can't hide from me.
And on top of it, I wasn't saying anything bad or negative or in a bad way.
We'll see. We'll see. We still got 12 laps.
I did. I was muted on myself down in the other channel.
Oh, okay.
In the race channel, right. And I didn't say anything there, so I won't say anything here.
Well, you're looking pretty good out there. It's a tough run. Got some really fast drivers. Christian's out front. You know, it's crazy because as we go back up to the front, we'll watch Christian do a couple laps as he is actually right on.
Yeah.
Chris Springer has been gaining on him. Now, tire strategy is really playing a factor here. We still have 10 laps to go this time by. As 2 more corners for Christian, and he'll be at the stripe to start lap 27. And he probably will get DRS on you, so he might be able to get some momentum. Yeah, he's got the wing up. I don't think he'll get by you before turn 1. But, he is gaining. But anyway, Chris Springer is gaining about a second a lap right now. Christian running 113s, and Chris Springer in the 111s. Chris Springer just popped off the fastest lap of the race. Now that's worth $5 tonight, fans. That is a big one. I thought later on in the race, as fuel loads got low, the guys knocking some times down. And there goes Chris Springer with a 1:11.163, quickest lap of the race so far. Now, as the fuel gets lower and lower, the drivers will get faster and faster. We'll see.
Learn how to take that corner.
Guarantee you, Christian does not want to lose any more time. He's trying. He's got the DRS open here down the short chute, and he's going to go by Mooney.
Yeah, I can't block the leader.
Yeah, probably not. But that lets Christian move into 8.5 seconds back. We'll see what kind of time Christian gets here. He goes by the stripe one more time. In his last lap, so another 1:13.0. So if Chris can crank off another 111. Watching him go by now, 112.6. So he only gained 0.4 that lap.
Hey, you're an expert in this F1 stuff.
An
So
expert?
have you discussed, the colors of the tires and the tire wear hard, medium,
we've
and
been talking tire compounds since the drop of the green.
So I missed some of that. So like the red tires, which are the fast, sticky ones,
Yep. But
they
don't
last.
as long.
They last like half as long as the yellows? Or do the yellows last half as long as the white?
Not quite half as long. It's usually just a few laps less, but it depends on what you want to do. Now, David Tamara today is running softs off the start, and then he went to the medium compounds, and he actually ran all the way to lap 22 on his softs. However, he's the only one that tried to push the softs that far. Now, Grigger, he started on the mediums and went to the softs, as well as Chris Springer. Whoops. We lost Chris for a second.
And that Mooney guy.
Those guys went 22 and 23 laps on their mediums, and then went to softs to finish for the last third of the race. So, it seems to be about a 1/3, 2/3. So they're playing at about half. So if I do 11 laps on the softs, I'm going to plan on 22s on the mediums, but it doesn't.
Well, that's what I was.
Have to be there.
See, this is the first Friday night race in quite a while, and I'll tell you what, it's different than driving the beast of a Dodge up through, the hills of Virginia. This has a little more traction, but
a little bit more downforce than the Dodge Ram.
Yes. But I was trying to do the same thing. I went with the mediums and then went soft.
Yeah, you've got medium soft. But in your last pit was lap 23, so you went about twice as far on your mediums than you're planning on the softs. And I think you'll find, like right now, you just you're running pretty close to your quick lap time. 1:14.8. You were pretty close. Your fastest is a 1:14.5. But Christian has got the hard tires warmed up. Do you believe it? He just ran a 1:12.2 on the hard tires, and Chris Springer behind him a 1:12.7. So the gain is no more. And Christian is on his horse. He wants to win this one. Chris Springer still has the fastest lap of the race, but let me see what's going on here. I think that's David Tamara going by Yanni Butler. David up into 4th spot. Let's go back through the field again. Christian Bishop out front. We've just got 6 to go this time by, and he's about to cross the finish line. Now again, I told everybody earlier, I don't know if you were in here, Mooney, but the tire compounds, they don't change on the broadcast. For some reason, if you start on a color, that's what color your tires are to the end of the race on the broadcast, on the stream. But that's why I have the little box up in the corner. You can see them when you drive by them, but for some reason, while you're watching, you get the same tire compound the whole race. So even though Christian is on the whites, it shows that he's on the yellows. He is on the white.
Come on, Chris. I'm giving you a spot. Go get him.
Chris Springer trying to catch. Still 8 seconds back. Now Chris Springer running in the 111s again last lap. So he may have had some traffic. He did have to get by the 36 of Theo Bishop on the lap prior. And he did have to pass Mooney on this lap. So we'll see if he makes any more gains. Christian Bishop still running in the 112s, still holding that gap at 7.5 seconds.
I lost a lot of time on my pits. I went to pit at the same time Chris decided to pit, and the way he braked, I had to abort or kill the car.
The pit lane. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. And then when I pulled in the next time, I got a 40-second hold for speeding.
That's why you're 103. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You had a little bit longer time in the pits since then.
So my being right behind Theo, so I could chase him down on the reds, is not worked. Now I'm trying to stay in front of him.
Chris Springer having a little internet issue. We're losing him in and out here. Go to Josh Lowe in third. He's running the white compound tires to finish up the race. He's running some 1:12.5s, doing some good times, but 27-second gap from the lead. Not going to be able to make that up in just 4 more laps as he goes across the start-finish line. David Tamara. Now David has his eyes on that podium. 7.5 seconds. Now David's on the mediums and Josh is on the hards, but Josh is still outrunning him on the lap times. The gap is 7 right now, but it looks like David's running some pretty good lap times. He may be able to close that. I'm not sure if he has enough time. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Will Edwards being chased down by Grigor Georgiev. Grigor has been on fire tonight. Really, really close battles. But as most people are aware, very, very difficult to pass. The DRS helps. As we'll see, Grigor will have his wing open right here. It may not be enough. Oh, he gains right up on Will there. This could be a battle. This could be in a change here for P5. A little wiggle from Will as he comes out to the start-finish line. Grigor is 0.8 back. He does have the wing open. Will he? I don't think he's got enough, though. He's still almost a full second behind. Man, he gains. He was so close coming out of down the backstretch there on turn 10, between 10 and 11. Couldn't quite get close enough. You see the rear tires smoking all over the racetrack. Everybody is just really hanging on. This is the close battle. Let's see.
2 laps in a row where I've set my fastest for the race.
There you go. Mooney's cranking off the laps. 113. And Grigor back within 0.4 of a second as they dive down into turn 11. Let's see if he can hold it this time. If he can stay close. If he can stay close here across the start finish, he's falling back to 1.6. He's a little closer than last time. Wing open. Will trying to avoid the draft, but no doing. 0.3 of a second into turn 1. Just not enough to catch. Man, Will has the power at the right place. Now, one thing that you can do as a driver, not sure if all the fans know or people know out there, but you can use your MGUK to your advantage. The MGUK is that battery system, and you can tune that thing up, and you can get it ready to rock and roll, and give yourself an extra battery boost. Now, when they're charging the battery, you can see the little red light on the back of the cars flashing. That gives you the indication that they're charging and getting ready to use it. Now, you can manually control that, or you can just kind of let it go auto. Most drivers let it go auto in iRacing. It's just an extra thing you have to mess with. But if you've got it locked down, if you know how to play it, you can give yourself that extra boost. There is an attack mode you can use, but you have to have the controls on your steering wheel set up so you can use those modes. It's not an easy task.
No, it's not. I had mine on attack for the first third of the race.
Yeah, it's hard to change it. It's not hard to get it where you want it. It's just hard to change it while you're racing. You know,
well,
put
when
it
you're
somewhere
at
and
attack,
leave it there, you're fine.
Right. When you're in attack, though, you use up all the power and it doesn't recharge.
Right. So you have to flip it back to either, I think it's
balance or or charge. And I wasn't doing anything. I had left it on attack, didn't realize it, so I wasn't gaining anything.
Yeah, you use it all up and you don't get it. That's why a lot of guys just use balance and let it sit. And let's go up front. The battle up front has stayed constant. 5.5 seconds now. Not quick enough. Chris Springer trying everything he can. throwing the kitchen sink. I think he's got plumber in there. He's got. I think I saw a kitchen cabinet go by. He's trying it all, but he has not got enough time. He's going to run out of time. 5.5 seconds the gap, and we are on the white flag. This next time, right now. This is the final lap. We are on lap 36 of 36. Now, last week I missed the last lap. I actually missed it completely. So I was watching a battle between TJ and Adam Novotny, and I missed the winner going across the line. That's kind of crazy. As he comes around the last couple corners, here's your leader, Christian Bishop. 5 seconds the gap, coming across the line now, takes the victory on the season finale and the championship. Christian, congratulations, man. What a great run tonight and all season long. Chris Springer comes across in second spot. Not enough. Got close, gained on those with those soft tires. You can see it made a huge difference. He came out of the pits 12 seconds back, and at the stripe he was 5 seconds. So the soft tires on the second half of the race made a huge difference, but did not make enough of a difference. As we see a couple of lap cars go across the finish line. That was Theo and Yanni, as Josh Lowe comes across and hangs on to that spot for the podium. David Tamara in P4, and Grigor comes across the line just now in P5. Here comes Will Edwards. Grigor did get by. He did get by and pass him as Will comes across in P6. TJ Allman, after a couple times, he had a lot of trouble early on, and then calmed down. I think the hard tires were a little too slow to make that happen. But there's your order. Christian Bishop takes the win. Chris Springer in second spot. Josh Lowe, followed by David Tamara. Grigor Georgiev in fifth. Will Edwards in sixth. TJ Allman, Theo Bishop, Michael Mooney, Yanni Butler round out the top 10. And Yanni must have dropped before the end of the race. He's got a weird number on there. Chris Tartamella in 11th. Love those guys being out there, giving it all they got. Brandon Dooley got in some incidents early on and used the tow. He didn't need to, because you don't have to tow. You can just wait for the car to repair itself. But that's what happened. Thanks, everybody, tonight for tuning in. Let's jump down to the booth. We'll say hi to all the guys and see if we can get a minute here with our champion.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
Hey, what's going on,
Right,
everybody?
you
This is
too.
Ron up in the booth.
Hello.
Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Ron.
Ron.
Chris. Christian and Chris, man, you guys were putting on a show out there tonight. Chris Springer takes the fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.1. You were flying out there, man. You came out of the pits. You had like 10, 12 laps to go. You come out of the pits 12 seconds back. And you closed it down to 5 seconds by the end of the race. I thought you were going to have enough, but then Christian decides to throw down some 112s. And
Yeah, that
put
was
you
a
in your
pretty
place
intense
there.
race. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Congratulations, Christian.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah.
Christian. Congrats on the win and the championship. Our now reigning Formula One champion, your
Oh, man,
Christian Bishop.
Can't believe I did a spin in front of you.
Dude, I can't believe I didn't hit you. Like,
Oh.
I was expecting your car to go one way, but because I'm used to people not holding the brakes, I guess. And so when you held the brakes, it didn't slide up the track. I was kind of like, and then I just went around.
Yeah. Well, the amazing thing was that tires got so heated. I was doing like 113s. I was like, okay, I have to do an undercut. I think I salvaged P3, but like that was bad.
It was,
Yeah.
it was actually
Hey, that's good.
it was actually pretty close. David was gaining on you.
Yeah,
David was really moving.
Yeah, because I had to pit super early because my medium tires in the first stint was
Yeah,
so
you must
hot.
have murdered them with that spin, I bet.
Yeah. David was on the softs. I think he pit on lap 24.
Yeah, David went really far on the softs.
Yeah,
like,
it was
super
great.
far on the softs.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did my feels wrong. I should next week or next season probably I have to manage my fuel because I feel enough for the entire race plus 5 lap. I should
Mm.
make it like half of the race, and then when I change the tire, and then also gonna be change refueling.
Yeah. You can't take any fuel during the race, so you have to get it all in at the beginning. But yeah, that was you got to watch your fuel numbers.
That was
Yeah.
that was so fun though. This track was so fun.
Yeah, this track was a lot more fun than I expected. I literally bought it right before the session. I've
Oh.
never driven here before.
Yeah, I think I bought it on like Sunday or Monday. I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in a week of practice and learn the track. Didn't happen. But
Oh no, you didn't even lock your brakes. You lit it up to get out of the way. That was pro skills.
I was also
Yeah,
trying to
that was
get back.
there was no way I was gonna miss you if you didn't do that. I did not have enough room, so good job. That was
Well,
clutch.
Yeah, wanted to congratulate your top three, Christian, Chris, and Josh. Good job, everybody. Nice racing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rigger, you were really on fire there. You were back in the back and then finished P5. Great race for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was, I put the softs at the end and it was pretty, they just went, so I went with them.
Yeah, good run. And TJ, you had some trouble early. I don't know if he's still in here, but had some trouble early. Tried to get back on it. Gained a few spots, but then during the pits, seemed like you fell back again. Couldn't gain those back again.
No, it was my own worst enemy.
That happens. That happens. Yeah, I felt
You
bad
just
with the turn one incident. I think it was just you going around. I tried to watch it. But good race, everybody. It was fun to watch. Hopefully the broadcast turns out good. We did have a few viewers. We do have a favorite driver vote for Yanni and Chris Tartamella, but I only got one each, so they get the tie for the favorite driver.
Driver of the day.
Yeah, driver of the day.
Congrats.
I appreciate those guys being out there. I don't think they're in. Yanni's still in here. Hey, Yanni.
I'm still in here. Yeah.
I really do. I really do appreciate you guys being out there. I know you might not be having the most fun 3 laps down, but.
Oh no! I'm having a blast. I'm honored to be able to drive this car with you guys. Like, it's such a blast. So,
Hey man,
thank you.
we came from a place where it was literally just like 3 people in a lobby, so to get to 12 is amazing. Basically,
Well,
it's
thank
so
you.
much better. So
Yeah,
we're
thank you for,
happy to have everyone.
Awesome.
Oh, and there goes another vote for Yanni. So Yanni, you get the win.
Hey, driver of the day. Nice job.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't know the poll was still open. I would have gone and voted for myself about 5 times.
I know all your accounts, Mooney. They all have Mooney in them.
Hey, my sister. No.
Yeah, it's still Mooney. All right. Well, I'm gonna take off, guys. Appreciate you guys putting on an awesome show tonight. Clean racing all around. Everybody did just a phenomenal job. I didn't see a lot of beating and banging. A couple spins, obviously, but nothing out there, too hard. And lap 1 was a lot cleaner than the other lap 1s we've seen. So, good job.
Yeah, I just went back and watched it. Lap 1 was really, really good, guys. It's very clean.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna be on. Thursday night, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, next week is week 13, so it's like an off week. What we're doing is we're actually gonna have hosted sessions Wednesday through Saturday to try to just get eyes
Get some
on
people out there. Okay.
get some more people, and then week after, yes, we're gonna be on Thursdays at Monza, I think, race 1.
Okay, so
So
2
next
weeks
season
from
will be Thursday.
2 weeks from now we'll be moving to Thursdays. So
Amazing.
all right, everybody.
Weeks.
Thanks again.
Yeah, as many people as can make it out next week for those recruitment races, it would be super appreciated. The more of us that show up, the better we look, because everybody here knows what they're doing. So
Unfortunately, I have to get married next week, so
you have an excuse, sir.
Yeah.
You're excused. Like such an
maybe-
excuse.
Maybe you could join one of the days next week. You know, I mean, you gotta get
I
married
would
every
actually
day,
be out
right?
of town. I would be out of town, so that'll be the shortest marriage ever. It's like, wait, you have to go and do what?
I have to go. I got a race Friday.
You have to set the iRacing time away from the family early, so just do that.
Well, congrats, Yanni. I mean, Josh. Sorry.
Oh, well, Johnny gets driver of the day. So
Yanni got driver of the day.
congratulations to him.
Congrats to Josh for
Thank you so
for
much.
getting married. Big step. So
All right. See you guys.
take it easy, everybody. Have a good night. Be safe out
Thanks
there.
to Big Wizard TV.
See you guys. Thanks for everybody for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you for everybody.
All right, everybody. We're gonna close this down. As Big Wizard TV always says, don't race on the road. Race on the track. And if you don't have a track, race with us on iRacing. It's the best place to race. You can wreck your car and you get it back in seconds. It's awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're gonna throw the finale video up again for Big Wizard TV. Appreciate everybody being here. Big thanks to Last Man Standing Motorsports, Stair Fittings Incorporated, and Big Wizard TV. Good night, all. Great to have you here, and see you on the next one. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday. Good night.